So,
Nerd news!
nerd news. Would you like to go first, or shall I?
Shall I go first?
Sure.
Because your bit of news is very exciting.
I'm erect just thinking about it.
That's absolutely disgusting. My bit of news that I've discovered, is that the Oculus Rift has finally, the full official final production Oculus Rifts are finally being sent out to people.
So, for those of us that don't know, could you explain what the Oculus Rift is?
Oculus Rift is a virtual reality headset. It was probably the first one to start getting in this, because there's all these new ones coming out now.
Such as?
I think HTC Vive, Project Morpheus.
Okay, and Project
Steam
Morpheus.
VR, Gear VR.
Okay, and Project Morpheus is the one for PlayStation,
That's the
right?
PS4 one, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so Oculus are releasing their production headset now.
Yep.
And it's, looking pretty good. I'm excited, Liam. I'm excited about the virtual reality.
I've heard that virtual reality porn is already a thing.
I don't really care about that.
Well, you say that for the podcast, but then
No, I mean, like, as good as porn is, Liam, what's better is pretending to fly a spaceship and feeling like I'm actually there.
Why can't you do that, but also do that with naked women around?
How would I do that? Would I have two headsets, or would I have?
No,
it would be both running at the same time.
No, it'd be porn set in space, and
Well,
you're the
that'd be
captain
kinda
of the
cool.
ship. You've ordered a pizza. I'm guessing. A delivery ship has pulled up alongside, and
This one's got extra fish.
Yeah,
Oh.
they obviously you can't afford to pay, and you don't have enough intergalactic credits.
Yep.
She'll
the
accept-
pizza delivery lady's like, oh,
She'll accept other payments. Next thing you know, you're on the gallery.
I'm okay with this so long as in the background of this happening, I'm also involved in a space dogfight.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, then I'm on board. I'm fully on board.
Yeah, so you're giving it to her, and suddenly there's a big explosion where your ship's come under attack, and you're like, oh, hang on a second, love, I need to go sort
Well,
that
no,
out.
I don't say hang on. We just
You
carry
just
on.
could pick her up and take her.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm not quite fully on board with the whole virtual reality thing just yet.
Okay. What's your worry about it?
It's going to be weird.
It is weird, and I'll admit, because I have a dev kit 1 of the Oculus Rift,
Okay.
which is like super low quality. You can see the pixels sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because it was the first one they made. But and at first it is odd, but once I got used to it, it is incredible.
Yeah, I think the issue is, I think for me to get on board, they first have to come up with a game that's going to like for me, game is always first. Like gameplay comes before the hardware.
No, that's literally not true, and has never been true in video gaming.
What?
They didn't make all the PlayStation 4 games and then make a PlayStation 4
No.
game.
Sorry, yeah. But what I'm saying is, I wouldn't buy a PlayStation 4 without a good game to play on it.
Right, yeah, but
That's what I'm saying. So from a consumer
Right,
perspective, I would need them to come up with a really good game before I'm going to go and buy.
they have got
Morpheus.
good games.
I don't know what they are. The only game that I'm aware of that's coming out on the PlayStation Morpheus thing is an Until Dawn game, and the way it's been described as it's like an on the rails horror game. So you essentially sort of ride through a haunted mansion type attraction thing in a theme park, and you just look around and shit happens that's scary.
Yeah. See, I'm not huge on that stuff, but the stuff that I've played that works is there's a game called Elite Dangerous, which, going back to my spaceship example, you are in charge of a spaceship.
Okay.
And because one of the issues with like the VR stuff is when you're walking around in the game, you're not walking around and it's very confusing.
Yeah.
Right? With a game where you're sitting in a cockpit, like I bought a joystick, put it where it was in my vision with the virtual reality, and that is genuinely mind-blowing.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because like the character in the game is actually moving the stick as well, so when you move it, your character's arm is moving right, and you're like, oh wow. Well, and, like the quality wasn't good enough for me to actually play and like shoot things because I couldn't read my readouts.
Yeah.
But looking around and seeing the sun and just like flying around and looking at all the cool stuff, I was like, this feels brilliant.
Okay. I know one of the other games I think they announced that they could do or something was Alien Isolation. They've done like a virtual reality version of that.
Oh, okay.
This is the thing, I feel like horror games are going to be fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah, I read an article about how like people were suggesting that maybe it shouldn't be a thing.
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, Yeah, I can imagine people having real issues with horror games on VR.
Yeah. But yeah, if they kind of make a game that is fantastic for virtual reality, and it's like a must-play game, then I'm going to be way more inclined to get it. But until then, I'm a little bit reluctant to jump in with it.
That's fair enough. I get that.
Yeah.
I'm just excited because it feels like the future.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, it is exciting that this is a very kind of newish technology. Like, that it's available for consumers, I guess, is new. Virtual reality's been around for fucking ages. But
Yeah.
the fact that it's now being done for consumers, like for general home use, is what's new about it. And it is exciting to be on the precipice of it. I just hope that, you know, it finds its feet quickly.
Yeah, it'll take them a while to figure out like the best way to do things, and because like when you think about it, all the like so many game concepts like are across the board. Like, and it's a bad example, but like moving in games and moving the camera.
Yes,
it's always mapped to the same sticks.
Yeah,
unless you change it, because that's what it is. And it's like it's virtual reality figuring out what their standard rules are.
Yeah, exactly. I know, if you think about it, like, so we had like some of the early consoles and stuff, but I would say this might be way off. I'm not as well versed in computer games as you are, but I would say it wasn't really until the PlayStation where they started actually kind of getting that locked down, those sort of standards.
Well, they had them for when you go back to like side-scrolly SNES games and NES games.
Yeah.
They had the sort of standard, you know, left and right and A and B and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Like, PlayStation was where Analog 6 got introduced.
Exactly, yeah.
Like, N64 had its one, but N64 was very
different.
Yes. But yeah, that's where, like, the analog sticks, and then that's now, you know, Xbox has analog sticks. Any controller you get for your PC is going to have the analog sticks or some sort, like that Steam one that has the touchpads instead.
Well, I guess they've got to redo controllers now as well for virtual reality, right?
Not necessarily. Well, there's the HTC Vive comes with two sort of Wiimotes. They're not Wiimotes,
but yeah, that sort of idea.
You hold them,
yeah.
And that I've seen stuff online of this. There's a painting game. I'll say game. It's literally like paint, but for virtual reality.
Okay.
And people are making these 3D models in it, and I really want one just for that.
Yeah.
Because it looks incredible.
Do you think Nintendo will get involved in the virtual reality game?
I think they will eventually, but I don't know.
Do you think they'll be...
Nintendo's so hard to predict, because they're just like, we're going to be different.
Yep, and it so rarely works.
That's not... Like, we worked.
Well,
for
a novelty.
Were trying to do... No, but like families and stuff play the Wii. It didn't work for hardcore gamers, but it had its audience, and its audience liked it.
Yeah, it worked for like a pick up and play and then put down and forget about sort of thing.
Wii Sport?
I never played that.
Well, you're insane.
But like, to me, that doesn't seem like a game where you can really get invested in the story.
Oh yeah, no, I was.
Oh, okay. You wanted gold. It was like Eddie the Eagle, but with you and computer game sports.
Jack the Jackalope.
In other nerd news, both of us went to see Batman vs Superman, not together, and
not together at all.
No, and we recorded a very special episode where we spent an hour discussing it.
Well, we don't know what the final length is going to be.
We know it's going to be about an hour.
Yeah, probably.
If not more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we covered all of it. We had very different opinions, but if you want to know what our opinions were, go and listen to that episode. Bear in mind...
It should already be out.
Yeah, and bear in mind, there are spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, maybe hold off.
Yeah,
But if you have seen it, go and listen to that episode and enjoy. If you would like more special episodes like that, write in, let us know. We'll definitely consider it.
Yeah, no, I'd be up for doing more episodes like that.
Yeah, I mean, I just want our fans to be writing to us more because, you know, I had a little...
Oh my god, stop complaining at the fans.
I had a little moan at the end of the last episode, and I thought, you know what, maybe that'll get them to buckle our ideas up. It didn't. We have had one correspondent to deal with...
I'm just going to cut this out. I don't think you should complain at the fans.
I'm going to. We've had one correspondent to deal with
don't worry about it.
Daredevil, which is the thing we'll be discussing soon. It's the same person that always gets in touch, my girlfriend, because I make her. It would be really nice to hear from some other people. I'm going to name some names. I know Mark has seen all of Season 2 of Daredevil. Why hasn't he written in?
Tom tweeted us.
Did he?
Oh, sorry, Liam. You were about to have a go at the fans.
What did Tom say?
Well, we don't do it now, do we?
What did he say about Daredevil?
Yeah, he's talking about Daredevil and...
Oh, that's when he came in.
something else.
Came in an hour ago, I didn't see.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take that back.
2 people spoke to us.
Yeah, someone said that Batman vs Superman is a poor... it's a shame they didn't do that in time for us to record
Yes.
the Batman vs Superman podcast. But, you know, thanks, Sam, for tweeting us with your thoughts on Batman vs Superman.
We'll put it in this show so that you get mentioned.
Yeah. But if you want to hear our thoughts on Batman vs Superman, you'll have to listen to the other show. So what we're basically doing is it's all connecting, like Inception and stuff. And also, thanks, Tom, for tweeting us about Daredevil. We'll get to that. But, you know, people that didn't tweet us, like Mark, Joanna, for example, maybe they need to buck their ideas up a bit.
They might not have seen... The thing is...
Mark has seen it.
What we're going to talk about. Yeah, Mark has, yeah.
Mark has zero excuse. He watched 10 episodes in one day. Like,
That's
fucking write to us about it. Tell us your thoughts.
You're getting so angry.
Well, we take time out of our busy, hectic lives. I mean, as anyone who listens to Catching Up with Jack and Liam will know,
It's full on.
we're pretty busy about town and whatnot. We take time out. We edit these shows for them. It doesn't sound like we do, but we do. The least they could do is get involved.
You're so angry. Why? It doesn't matter.
No, I just want to know.
Listeners, you
what
be
they
you.
think. Yeah, you do you, but do that by getting involved.
So what you're saying is you do us.
Well, I'm not saying that. That could be misconstrued.
Listeners, you do us.